Explore a little-known chapter of history when the Autry Museum celebrates Black Cowboys of the Old West. And watch the stars come out in the day as the Aquarium of the Pacific in Long Beach unveils Stars of the Sea on this edition of Out and About.
Right now we are at the Autry Museum of the American West, located in Los Angeles and Griffith Park, and we are checking out the Black Cowboys exhibit.
We're at the Autry Museum celebrating Black Cowboys on another edition of Out and About with Roger Martin. The Autry Museum of the American West celebrates a seldom explored but equally important part of history with a groundbreaking exhibition. The new exhibit devoted to Black Cowboys of the American West is a collaboration with a respected museum in Texas, resulting in an eye-opening glimpse into the contributions of these brave individuals.
The exhibit is a collaboration with the Whitty Museum in San Antonio, Texas, and we like to look at it as a show that has two halves. It has the Texas half and then the California half. And so the Texas half gives a very good historical rundown of Black cowboys and ranch hands and people who even own their own farms. And then we move into the California half where we do history of Buffalo Soldiers, Pio Pico, and Biddy Mason. And then we transition in how did cowboys go from being ranch hands and cattlemen and farm workers into rodeo performers, and how we eventually got Black Western films like The Crimson Skull and The Bulldogger and things like that.
Well, this is just one big education, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. One of the fun facts a lot of people don't know is 1 in 4 cowboys were actually black. And so that's something that the exhibit really wanted to dig into and, kind of bring to light, but while also showing the wide-ranging things that Black equestrianism has brought to American history and culture.
I imagine you'll have a few horses here, too?
There are horses. We actually have a prop horse in here from artist Chanel Rhodes, who is the owner of Maine Tresses. She does like hair extensions and wigs for horses. And then also today we have the National Day of the Cowboy and Cowgirl festival going on. And we have horses outside that people can come and feed and groom and get to take photos with them. All that fun stuff.
Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds if we're together? Just sing a song and bring the sunny weather. Happy trails to you. Till we meet again.
What's it been for you walking around today?
Oh man, it's pretty exciting. It's starting to fill up. We have people coming in. We have kids running around. We have a bunch of trick ropers going to be outside. So I'm just really, really excited for the day to kick off. It's going to be a ton of fun, and I can't wait to show you guys around.
The afternoon event offers many youngsters their first chance to sit on top of a horse, thanks to the efforts of a respected equestrian group.
I'm with Urban Saddles, team member of Urban Saddles, and we're up here today at the National Day of the Cowboy and the Cowgirl to interact with the public, to let them get up close and personal with our equine, give them a lot of them experience that they've never had, and to learn a little bit about horsemanship.
You were riding around, and the gentleman over there was doing the same thing, and I heard him talking to the horse. Am I right?
Yes, sir. You want to be real vocal with your horse. You want to control your horse more verbally than physically. So the verbal command is very important, so you want to be vocal with your horse, yes.
I heard him say turn right, back up, and do all these simple things, but even I don't respond to that.
Okay. Yeah, that comes with time. That comes with bonding. That comes with grooming. That comes with maintenance. So your horse loves you, you show the horse the love, your horse trusts you. The more he trusts you, the confidence level of you dictates the confidence level of your horse.
Kind of like with humans.
Yes, because they feel, they touch, they have emotions, correct? They're prey animals, so they're always a little bit standoffish naturally because they're a prey animal. So once they trust, from trust builds confidence, then the TLC makes it all work together.
It seems to me if I walked up to a horse and said, back up, he wouldn't do it, right?
Not necessarily. They'll back up if you say that.
I mean, he'd have to kind of like know me, I think.
It all depends on how the horse feels about you being in charge or not.
I would just ask him, that's all.
Okay, he might. Would you ask him in a deep voice? Would you ask him in a low voice? See, it all depends on your energy towards the horse. It's gonna make the horse react to you whichever way.
Of course, since we are commemorating the National Day of the Cowboy and Cowgirl, we're not surprised to see quite a few female riders as well. There are a few horses here with gentlemen on them, but also ladies.
Yes, definitely. There are a lot of cowgirls who are riding nowadays, yes.
Was that common as far as history is concerned, that there were equal cowboys and cowgirls, let's say in some of those old westerns, or did something evolve that brought the lady in?
I would say it evolved. You had like just a few ladies like Bonnie, but I mean, that was a real cowgirl, right? But there wasn't a lot of cowgirls. There were more cowboys, of course, than cowgirls, but of course we are stepping on the scene. So I won't say it's half and half, but there are a lot more cowgirls than it used to be, definitely.
That's great. It sounds like things are improving in that area.
They are, yes, definitely.
I would like to know what got you into horsemanship.
I guess I was born into it. My family's from Mississippi, and I was kind of born on a farm, raised animals myself, grew our own vegetables and stuff like that. So I guess riding horses was inevitable. So I kind of grew up riding horses.
It's a great experience. It's great always dealing with the people and the public. It's really good, especially with our youth, to keep the culture alive, keep the culture going. It's good interaction, it's good experience, it's good education, and it's empowering.
Events like the National Day of the Cowboy and Cowgirl underline the Autry Museum's core mission: to bring together the stories of all the peoples of the American West, connect the past with the present, and to inspire our shared future. Exhibits like this help to realize this very goal. What can we see inside this exhibit?
Yeah, so inside this exhibit, we can see historical artifacts that belong to us by the Whitty. We have saddles, we have boots, we have film equipment, we have signed Beyonce vinyl. We have many items that people can come and see and learn more about Black Cowboys. There's a film portion of the exhibit where there's basically a history of Black Westerns. Herb Jeffries he's pretty much like the first Black Western star. He starred in several films. We actually have a pair of his boots that he wore in a film in here. He was known as the Singing Cowboy. We also have a portion dedicated to him on the historical side, on the Whitty side. So that's something that we look at. Personally for me, something that I enjoy is seeing a poster of Wild Wild West starring Will Smith. That was a movie that I loved growing up as a kid in the 90s. And we also have the costumes from Netflix's The Harder They Fall. Those are also on display here. So we have a ton of history of film of Black Cowboys, as well as the historical point of view of Black Cowboys.
I wonder how long it took to get all of this together.
Oh man, it took maybe 2 to 3 years to put this exhibit together. Yeah, it took a good while. But I think when people come and see and they look at Black Cowboys and they experience what it is, because that's really what it is an experience. I think that they'll get to see and be like, oh wow, this really is an exhibit that people put a lot of time into, a lot of effort, a lot of hard work, from our curators down to our installation staff here. Everyone worked really hard to make sure that this exhibit is and will continue to be a success.
Why is it that people don't necessarily think of cowboys as being black?
Well, that's because it's just the portrayal in media. When TV media became the popular medium, it pretty much just kind of washed away that story, that history of black cowboys. But they were always there. Black cowboys were always a part of the equation. They were always a part of the history. And I think that's one of probably the most important thing about this exhibit is preserving that history, and it's making it accessible for anyone to come and enjoy it, young or old, history lovers or somebody who's just a casual. We have actually had black equestrians come to the exhibit and thank the staff of just how amazingly it was put together and how they preserved the legacy of black cowboys.
By the way, how long will this exhibit be here?
So the exhibit is open until January 4th, 2026. You can come into the Autry, and once again, it is part of the many great exhibits here. So come check out Black Cowboys, the museum, and just have a whole day here at the Autry in historic Griffith Park.
When we return, we'll witness the stars that you won't see on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Stay with us as the Long Beach Aquarium of the Pacific shines its spotlight on the stars of the sea when Out and About continues.